I grabbed the sharpest knife from my kitchen and jumped in my car. When I arrived at the chapel I was speaking at, I began cutting the diced tomato in front of the group of elementary school students. I was using an illustration that God brings life from death, and I was cutting a tomato to show when I make salsa, the tomato has to die. When I consume it, I get life. I cut my finger instead of the tomato. Now I'm bleeding in front of a group of students, elementary, quietly grab a piece of paper towel and hold it over the bleeding wound. I notice off to my left, a second grade teacher gets up and exits the gym. A few minutes later, comes back with a bandage and some napkins. I quietly, carefully address my wound. If I was wittier, I would have said something about Christ's blood being a part of the death-life scenario. But anyway, bandaged my wound, continued my talk, finished. It was awesome. As I reflect back on that, I watched that teacher see my need and address my need without ever being asked, and to serve me in that way. That's exactly the picture that I want to use for my speaking. I want to see the need in people's lives and address that need. And here's how I see it. My God is the light of the world. John 8, verse 12, Jesus says, I am the light of the world. But Jesus also says in Matthew 5:14, you are the light of the world. And then in 16 says, let your light so shine that other people may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Through my speaking, I want to glorify my Father in heaven. And I want to do that by teaching students, adults. I want them to know the bigness of God and who He is. I want them to know the importance of Jesus Christ. And then I want them to know and live in His truth. See their need, meet their need, and by so doing, glorify my Father in heaven.